Today, we're not just making another video, we are launching an entire wave of creative disruption. We're talking about something the YouTube world hasn't fully tapped into yet, a niche I've dubbed short story shorts. Yep, you heard right. You're standing at the edge of something big, and by the end of this video, you'll have all the tools and strategies you need to create short, impactful videos fueled by AI. Best of all, this method isn't just going to make you a cool video. It could make your channel blow up with viral potential. So stick around and watch how we make this happen, step by step. Here is the final version of the short that we will create.
In a quiet village, there lived a wise grandfather named David and his curious grandson Sam. One day, Sam saw a giant tree in their backyard and asked, "Grandpa, how did this tree become so big?" Grandfather smiled and handed Sam a tiny seed. "It all starts with this little seed, my boy. Plant it, water it, and be patient." Sam planted the seed, but grew impatient when nothing happened after a few days. "Grandpa, nothing is growing. It's taking too long," he complained.
Now, before we dive into the technical part, let's talk strategy. 1,000 YouTube channels are getting amazing traction by using AI to create historical or educational content, and they're banking insane amounts of cash while doing it. Here's the kicker. That space is getting crowded. However, this niche, short moral stories in a bite-sized format, is fresh, uncharted territory. Your audience won't just enjoy these, they'll binge watch them. And since this is something new, you're at the forefront of it. Meaning, less competition, more potential to go viral. It's a wild, wild landscape out there, and trust me, it's never been easier to stand out with smart execution and AI in your toolkit. So, let's get practical. First things first, we need a gripping story, and that's where ChatGPT is going to be our best friend. Let's jump into it. Open ChatGPT, and here's the secret sauce. The better you are at crafting your prompt, the better your output. Here's a pro tip. Ask ChatGPT to craft a 3-minute, engaging short story that's memorable with a moral twist. Make sure to keep the language simple enough for a 10-year-old to understand, because remember, YouTube Shorts gets a global audience. You want your message to hit home for anyone watching. Here is the first paragraph in the story. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a young boy named Keon who loved to draw. He didn't have fancy paints or brushes, just a stick to draw in the dirt. But his drawings were magical in their own way. He could turn simple lines into whole worlds, castles, dragons, forests, and even friends he wished for. Now we have a killer story. But we're not stopping there. The reason this works so well is because we're able to generate quick, quality short stories tailored to a specific style, thanks to ChatGPT. You need something visually stunning, and here's where we're going to take a leap ahead. Imagine combining incredible storytelling with stunning visuals, all on a budget of basically zero. Enter Leonardo AI. This is where the fun really amps up. In Leonardo AI, you can generate ultra-realistic images based on the prompts we just made in ChatGPT. You can literally copy and paste those short phrases, and boom, a library of custom, high-quality images awaits. Here's the pro trick. Always add hyper-realistic or cinematic to the end of your prompt. This ensures those visuals are polished to perfection. And check this out. Leonardo gives you 150 free credits per day to play with, way more than you need to generate the thumbnail-worthy scenes for your project. Next, add motion to the images using Leonardo AI. You can do this by clicking the motion button on the image. And just like that, you have created a video from the image. Next, we need a voice to tell the tale, a voice that captivates and brings our script to life. This is where 11 Labs comes into play. With their ultra-advanced text-to-speech, you can replicate human-like narration faster than ever before. Go to 11 Labs using the link in the description. I love to use the Jodo voice. It's incredibly recognizable, but feel free to scout out the voice best suited for your style. Then just paste in your script and let the AI synthesize it into smooth, natural dialogue. Now, what's a great video without killer background music? I seriously spent hours scouring the internet for the perfect track until I came across a deep cinematic score that brought everything I've worked on to life. You want music that complements the narrative, elevating tension, calm, urgency, whatever emotion your story calls for. But remember, you gotta do your homework. Make sure the music is free to use, check their license, and give credits appropriately. Alright, you've got your animated visuals set, voiceover done, and the music ready to go. Now, the final stage, editing and packaging everything into a seamless final product. And for this, we'll use CapCut. Why CapCut, you ask? Simple. It's free, packed with powerful features, and so intuitive it practically does a chunk of the the work for you. First things first, open up CapCut. As soon as you create a new project, the first thing you do is import your visuals, voiceover, and that killer music track you found. All your tools are now in front of you, ready for action. But wait, don't forget YouTube loves vertical videos these days, especially for shorts. You head over to the aspect ratio and switch that bad boy to 9:16. Perfect. It's like resizing a canvas. Now we've got the right frame for your masterpiece. Next, do the most important task. Sync up your voiceover with the images. Drop the voiceover into the timeline first, making it the backbone of your project. One by one, here come the images. Drag them into CapCut and align them with each part of the story. It's like matching puzzle pieces, the right image for the right moment. Now notice that at some points, the image is a little too long or too short for what the voiceover says. No worries. Click on the image, drag the corners to shorten or lengthen its duration to match the dialogue exactly. Smooth, right? But hold on, your voiceover has a few annoying pauses, and you know people on YouTube have the attention span of a goldfish, so you've got to keep things moving. Here comes the split tool to the rescue. Cut out the silent gaps with one quick slice, then drag the next part of the voiceover up so there's no awkward silence. Just like that, the pacing is snappy and keeps your future audience hooked. Now, time to make this look like it's been crafted in a high-end studio. Jump into filters and grab the clear filter. And just like that, everything looks sharp, with rich, vibrant colors. You're not stopping there though. In the Adjustments tab, tweak the brightness, contrast, and even add a gentle vignette effect. The edges darken slightly, giving it that subtle, cinematic feel. Your story is almost jumping off the screen now. Now here's where it gets exciting. You don't want still images, right? You want movement and energy. Head over to the animation section and throw in some smooth effects. Maybe start with a subtle zoom, or Kira magic to keep it interesting. These animations bring your visuals to life. Remember, we're aiming for videos that pop. But wait, why just stop at animations? Transition effects between scenes can really turn your project up a notch. You know that scene where the character dashes toward danger? Hit it with a whoosh transition. The next scene, maybe a dissolve transition for that epic reveal. Each cut from one scene to the next feels like it's been storyboarded by a Hollywood director. At this point, your video is looking epic. But don't forget to claim it as your own. Add a small text watermark in the corner with your username. Something subtle, but there for the people who'll become your fans. You lower the opacity so it doesn't stand out too much. It's like signing your artwork. Next, jump into the auto caption feature. Why? Because captions are a game changer. Click a button, bang. Your voiceover magically turns into text that people can read as they watch. This makes your video super accessible and a lot more engaging. Plus, it just looks professional. Remember the epic soundtrack you dug up earlier? It's time for the final touch. Drag the music into place, but wait, the music's a little too loud. No problem. You go into the audio settings and turn the volume down to about -10. Now the music supports the voiceover without overpowering it, like the perfect movie score. Here's the real professional move: sound effects. Comb through the YouTube audio library. Your story mentioned bullets flying? So, you grab some shooting sound effects, an explosion in the story, you find fire and battle sounds. Suddenly, your viewers are not just seeing the story, they're feeling it. And now, folks, the moment we've all been waiting for, your final export. Hit that shiny export button, wait a few seconds, and voila! A finely crafted, polished video file, ready to ignite the YouTube world. Here's the part where we turn a well-edited video into a viral sensation. You could make the greatest content ever, but if you don't optimize it correctly for YouTube's algorithm, you're leaving views and money on the table. What's the solution? SEO power. Here's how I use VidIQ to create perfectly optimized titles, descriptions, thumbnails, and tags for every video. Just type in the specifics, like 3-minute short moral story in the history niche, and VidIQ's AI coach will generate the best possible SEO-friendly description and hashtags for your video. Easy, right? Now upload everything to YouTube, add your newly generated metadata, make sure you've got a killer thumbnail, and boom, you're set. Finally, let's talk monetization. You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, or 10 million views on shorts to get monetized. But with this method, the quick, addictive nature of these short stories tremendously boosts watch time. The more shorts you push out, the faster you hit these numbers. And once you've gained traction, think bigger. Use these AI-generated visuals for merch, like branded t-shirts, mugs, and digital art prints for fans and super engaged viewers. Trust me, people love collecting things tied to brands they connect with, and this is an easy way to take full advantage of that. Check out the video covering 150 YouTube niches that's popping on your screen right now, or check the link in the description.